never forget your first. So the first prank I ever played was as an adult. It just so happens that my dad got me a job at Crown Coach school buses. You know, the ones with the round dome that look like it's been around since the 50s, even though they're just made in the 90s. And I started off as a press brake operator, grinding, blah, 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 blah. And I got lucky enough to be a parts and service expediter. Translation, glorified worker, gopher. Okay. So I basically went and picked up parts, picked the drivers or whatever. But once in a while, you had to take mechanics down to San Diego. We were in Chino, so we had to go to San Diego, Tustin. One time we went to San Francisco and back, driving in a van, whatever. Anyway, so I built a really good rapport with most of the mechanics. And, you know, on the way up, I drive. On the way back, they drive. We have talks, whatever. But there was this one guy, Angelo. And that's the way he pronounced his name. Okay, Argentinian, Angelo. Okay, whatever. So he saw me as a 19-year-old, right out of high school kind of kid, so he was going to give me his advice. So, for the women, you talk like this and you compliment on their breasts. And you tell them they have nice butt. Okay, so I'm 19 years old and I understand the word misogyny. And I'm trying to ignore this guy. But what really got to me is the fact that this guy is a mechanic. You don't go to the job site, change into white overalls, put on gloves, and perform like the thing's got cooties. Come on. So, okay, no problem. All right, that's the way he is. But he would never talk anything except women. He would never say anything, or on the way back, he'd just fall asleep. It was the worst kind of thing. So finally, after a few conversations, and the conversations got worse, and I'm not going to share what it was, I finally got fed up. So, I'm driving, and I see an opportunity. So, driving, okay, I pull up, and there's a truck driver. Okay, then see him? Yeah, okay. You drive 55 and stay there. I honk, you honk, okay? One condition. What? I see him. Cool. Okay, so I drove back. So he stayed at 55 miles an hour. About a quarter mile, I stayed back, and I sped up the van. 50, 51, 52. Once we got maybe about 400 feet or whatever, he's like, oh my God. He's staring at the front windshield of a towed Freightliner, a semi. And also I'm just like, until I smell something. Okay. So my part of the deal, I came up to the guy, and the guy's like, laughing his butt off. It was awesome. And we have to pull off on the freeway. He gets out of the van, goes to the back, grabs those white overalls, and disappears into the bushes. He comes back holding a wallet, his keys, wearing a pair of shoes and their overalls. Nothing else. I guess basically, I scared the poop out of him. Literally. Okay, that was awesome. So ever since that day, I learned that even though I was 19, I could stand up for myself, one way or another, and basically get somebody who's being misogynistic, an idiot, to stop. And boy, after that, he started driving. He wouldn't let me drive.